Work is changing, not slowly, not quietly. Most people haven't noticed yet. A few years ago, AI was just a tool, something you used, something you controlled. Now it starts to think with you, sometimes instead of you. It writes reports in seconds. It answers questions instantly. It generates ideas you hadn't imagined. It removes steps you once handled yourself. Here's the question: are you building the future or quietly being replaced? Today, you'll see how AI is rewriting work, which roles disappear, which skills suddenly matter more than ever, and by the end, you'll discover the one subtle advantage humans still hold. The edge that decides who thrives when machines can do almost everything else. People imagine job loss as something dramatic. Factories shutting down, headlines everywhere. But that's not how it begins. AI doesn't remove jobs first. It removes tasks, quietly, one by one. Reports get written faster. Data is analyzed instantly, messages answered in seconds. At first, nothing feels different, but something shifts underneath. A team of 5 becomes 4, then 3. Not because the work is gone, but because part of the thinking is no longer human. It feels like progress, until one detail stands out. The same result, with fewer people, no warning, no announcement. It just becomes normal. Your work doesn't disappear at once. It shrinks, step by step, until the real question appears. At what point do you stop being necessary? Many believe, my job is safe. AI can't do what I do. That assumption is outdated. AI doesn't need to replace you. It only needs to make someone else faster. A beginner with the right tools can match years of experience. What took hours now takes minutes. Companies don't pay for effort. They pay for results. And when results become easier, fewer people are needed. AI doesn't compete with you. It changes the standard. Good enough becomes effortless, and most people become invisible. Only the exceptional stand out. But here's the problem. What you think is your unique skill may already be automated. You just don't see it yet. And when you do, you're already behind. Next, you'll see a role that didn't exist 5 years ago, yet now decides how entire systems operate. There is still a boundary AI hasn't crossed. It generates answers, but doesn't understand the consequences, doesn't understand risk, doesn't carry responsibility. It suggests strategies, but doesn't live with outcomes. That still belongs to humans, and that changes everything. The future belongs to those who guide AI, who asks better questions, who chooses direction, who decides what matters. Because direction cannot be automated. In a world full of answers, the rare skill is knowing what to trust, and when to trust nothing. This is leverage. No tool replaces it. Imagine this. AI gives 10 solutions. All look correct. Only one avoids hidden risk. Choosing it is not technical. It's human. Miss it, and the cost comes later. Delays, losses, failures no system warned you about. That's what separates valuable from replaceable. Work is splitting into layers. At the bottom, tasks that can be automated. At the top, decisions that require judgment, creativity, responsibility. The middle is disappearing, quietly. 2 people in the same role. One adapts, one doesn't. After months, the difference is clear. One becomes essential, the other becomes invisible. This isn't about intelligence. It's about adaptation. And adaptation is no longer optional. But it's not about tools. Tools change fast. It's about how you think. Those who thrive design the system. Others follow it until it no longer needs them. Now consider this. One person can direct multiple AI systems, producing faster, better results. 5 people without coordination create noise. Same tools, different outcome. Coordination becomes the advantage. Most people respond the same way. They try to learn AI. They chase tools, but tools change faster than you can master them, so the advantage disappears. What actually matters is not the tool, it's how you think. The real shift is this: from doing the work to defining the work. Instead of completing tasks, decide which tasks matter. Instead of following instructions, create them. Most optimize speed. Few question direction. Stop asking, "How do I do this faster?" Start asking, "Why does this exist at all?" Because speed without direction leads nowhere, and systems reward direction. That's where control appears. Those who understand this move ahead. Those who don't slowly fall behind. Next, you'll see the mindset shift that separates the two. Something deeper is happening. AI doesn't just change work, it changes behavior. When tasks get easier, dependence grows. Thinking becomes optional. Control becomes invisible. You feel faster, more efficient, more supported, and slowly you stop questioning. You trust outputs more than your own judgment. Dependence doesn't happen once. It repeats daily. Small choices, tiny actions, barely noticeable, but cumulative. They shape how you think, what you prioritize, where you focus, even your career direction, all guided by the tools you use. If you don't notice it, the shift stays invisible until the outcome is already decided. Next, you'll see how one daily routine can decide whether you stay relevant or fall behind. Something deeper is happening. The system doesn't need to remove you. It just needs you to depend on it, to trust it, to follow it. Without noticing, work stops being something you do. It becomes shaped for you, optimized for you, suggested to you, eventually chosen for you. You're no longer competing. You're being guided, quietly, efficiently, almost invisibly. And the worst part, you don't feel it. Those who notice early can take control back. Those who don't move into irrelevance, not because they fail, but because they adapt without awareness. Here's the key insight. Awareness is control, and the only one that still matters. So will you be replaced? That's not the real question. The real question is this: will you adapt fast enough to stay relevant? The future isn't humans versus machines. It's those who understand systems versus those who rely on them blindly. Even if your role is safe today, the rules of value are already changing. The future of work is not what you do. It's how you create meaning in what you do. Think of it like a chessboard. Knowing the moves means nothing if you can't see what comes next. AI moves first, but humans still decide the game. And here's what most miss. Value is no longer single skill based. It becomes layered. A person who combines technical skill with human judgment can outperform entire teams, not by working harder, but by thinking on multiple levels at once. Think about this. If AI shapes how you work, how long until it shapes what you choose to work on? If it decides what matters, are those still your decisions? The future may not remove you. It may guide you until you stop noticing. Most people prepare wrong. They learn tools, not thinking. Are you one of them? You don't lose relevance in one moment. You lose it slowly by staying the same. So ask yourself, what have you changed recently? Who decides what work exists at all? If you wait too long, you won't be adapting anymore. You'll be following. AI already decides how you work. But the next shift is different. One system may soon decide what you learn, not just suggest it, and eventually, whether you can think without it. I'll show you in the next transmission. Event classification, workforce transition, causation source, technological adoption, control status, expanding. Monitoring continues.